Good thing I was paying attention. That was just about a bad day.
Sunny skies for the rest of the afternoon.
So I'm down here spraying at Steckler's. This ground was underwater. This is on the White River. The White River is right over there. So we're spraying over here. We're gonna try and keep all these weeds under control. I'm using Warrant and dicamba and Roundup to try and hold the Warrant will hold the weeds down, and the Roundup will kill grass. Dicamba will kill everything else. So that's, and then I also got to spray some Liberty probably either today or tomorrow. I'll have to clean out my sprayer for that. That is in a field just over there. We had a melon field across the road from us, so that's how we went about doing that. I'm sure that many of you may know that, or may not know that watermelons, pumpkins, and some other crops are very, very susceptible to dicamba. That is why we try to avoid them. They're even worse than spraying Liberty beans. Liberty beans sometimes will come out of it, whereas watermelons will not. Watermelons will lose the flower, and a lot of people around here will try to get more than one crop off of melons, off of watermelons and cantaloupes and all that stuff. So we try to avoid having that issue as much as possible. Down here where I'm spraying at now, I have trees literally all the way around me, so I'm not too worried about it drifting. Otherwise we wouldn't have planned out Liberty, or otherwise we would have put all of this down here in Liberty. But I love spraying fields that have had water sitting on them because they're simply smoother. Like this field right here, I'm running 19 mile an hour and it feels like I'm like running 5 because it's so smooth. So that's a plus side to it, but the downfall is you never know when you're going to get your crop in. So I'm going to check my nozzles again, make sure they're all spraying. I have to do this quite often. All I do is hit a button on there. It's like a little eye with a cone around it. So I come down here and I can just, it turns on each individual section for 10 seconds. So like that, I can see, okay, that's working. All them nozzles are good. So I go through and I check every single one of these, and like, let's say that one of them has an issue, like this one right here where the plug's in the way. And then sometimes you'll have them like right there's a little hole in them for a pressure relief valve. Sometimes them pressure relief valves will plug up, so you got to make sure to keep an eye on them. And then I was worried about this back here, and as you can see I need to switch all my nozzles, so I'm going to do that here in a minute. This one's plugged up, so I take that and switch it over. That one's plugged up too, so I can go through and I can check all these individually and be able to tell which one I need to be more worried about. So then for this one, I'm going to take, I got 2 extend nozzles on here for this reason. Especially on these back ones, all I do is take and I turn them. One click, or really one turn, and it should open them back up to where they spray again. A lot of times I'll have issues with these on the back here, especially when it's wet like this, because as you can see, tires are right there, so it splashes dirt up on these. I need to find a way to get that to stop. And these back ones are real bad too. So we got them all turned to where I think they need to be, and I'm gonna go through it again, check it, make sure that it's all up to par and is gonna work right. My induction tanks seem to be getting a little low, but that doesn't really matter because this is probably gonna be one of my last loads of dicamba for the year. I'm gonna switch to Liberty here this afternoon, probably around 5 o'clock, and start spraying Liberty beans. So if you notice here, these ones seem to have a bigger droplet size than them. Nozzles. These nozzles here are a fan, whereas these ones regulate air in and out of them. Seems to me as though I didn't get this one fixed still. So what we're gonna do is take, see that? There's mud in it. Take and pop it out. Maybe. I'm trying to do this in front of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. But you take and you can pop it out. I think. You used to be able to. I guess not, but you can take and pop them out. Or you used to be able to take and pop them out and then clean them individually. But I'm gonna take, instead of doing that, I'm gonna take one of these spare nozzles that I got like right here. Oh, that one ain't gonna come off very easy. Like this one right here. I'm gonna take it off, tap it out kind of, a nice little tap, and put it on. And then try it again and see if it's gonna work. This is like an everyday thing for me. I try to check them as much as I can to avoid not having a strip that was sprayed. Because a lot of times if one of these nozzles gets plugged up and you don't notice it, you can have an entire field of mare's tail in less than a day. I also got extra nozzles, nozzle bodies, cleaning tools in that little compartment there, but I don't like to use them unless I have to, because I can take them home and put them in a little thing and brush them out and blow them out. But you can see on these nozzles, like this, yep, see that one's going now, that's what I wanted. See how they're like a bigger droplet and these ones are just a fan? That's because them other ones regulate air to keep air out of the water droplets and to minimize drift. Them nozzles are also very expensive. That's why I'm not using them right now, because they plug up pretty quick and they're about, they run roughly about $7-8 a nozzle. So I try to avoid having to change them out as much as I can by doing this. If I'm not spraying dicamba, or if I'm in a place where I'm not worried about dicamba, like so, then I usually put them on, because like down here it's just trees and we're about the only farmers down here. So this field here is one that I cut wheat in. Oftentimes we all wonder at this farm where our tools always go. Breaker bar. Come on, people. get it together, stop dropping tools, and leaving them in the middle of nowhere. I'm spraying my first load of Liberty, filling up, and this happens. Disagree. Do not like it. What do you have to say, Adrian?
What? I don't like it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. You just want to go home, right? I contest. Well, first day spraying Liberty, and I think that Liberty is boring. It's not fast enough for me. I am running 11 mile an hour. Yeah. 9 out of 10 recommend dicamba. Woo! Because you can just spray Roundup and kill everything. So I'm up here at Russellville right now. I had to run up to Robinson this morning. I had a little bit of an issue I had to take care of. So I decided to get me some food. Zach and my dad are up here planting. Dad is on Van Gilders and Zach is on Hindley. Zach's running the air seeder and Dad's running the other bean planter. Sean had to go do something today, so they're both up here running to make sure that we get it all done. Let's see if we can find Zach. Yeah, see, he's right out here. So then they're burning stalks up here because this looks familiar to you if you've been watching for a while. This used to be all flooded out. So I'm gonna have to come up here and spray this probably today. These are Liberty beans. Dad is planting dicamba beans up the road here for replants. So I'm gonna have to spray this because this has not had anything put on it this year at all. And it's gonna be an issue if I don't. So I need to get onto that. Well, we're up here, Russellville, spraying what they just planted. Running Liberty. So since we're running Liberty, I have to run section 3 for grass because Liberty does not kill grass. Neither does, and I can put Roundup in, but they have no idea if it'll work or not. So I don't want to spend money to just test it and see, but as you can see there's a lot of grass here, so we'll see if it works. If not, then I guess I'll just have to chew through it and harvest. And also with Liberty, have to run ammonium sulfate. See, basically just salt. So yeah, it's got a nice big warning label on it. So I'm back up here to fill up the sprayer again. I'm gonna fill up and then go home. Start my truck, so I'll tear it up and I'm ready to go. I'll sit here and wait on it. Well, I will give it to Liberty. I don't mind spraying it, I guess, because you can't go as fast, and it's kind of relaxing and enjoyable in some of these bigger fields just to calm down for a minute and slow down. But I don't like the fact of the matter that I got a bunch of other stuff to do, and I'm going to spend what dry days we got next week trying to spray Liberty, because it'll take me all day on Monday if I can get up here first thing in the morning to do it. But I don't like having to put all this chemical in. See, with dicamba I only put in 2 or 3 different things, if that. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to be all for today's video. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. So anyways, guys, I got a competition tomorrow for 4-H. Fair will be next week, hopefully. So I'll be in and out of the fair because I got animals, I got chickens. So we'll be in and out of there. Me and my brother and sister will. And I am going to go home and get ready for my competition tomorrow, and then hopefully win. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a nice old thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below, and I guess we'll see you guys next time.